Greetings, family. So, I am just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I was like just rudely interrupted, but we're gonna start over. Like, I don't like this is a year I really don't care. Like, it don't matter how much energy we have to put into something. Like, my point, my downloads aren't gonna get put out, period. But, anyhow, so the message that I'm picking up on, this has something to do with a karmic feminine, a karmic mother, someone who is trapped in some sort of karmic cycle. This could have been an energy that was trying to like vicariously live through you. This karmic mother has always been like triggered or intimidated by you ever since you were young. This could have something to do with just the way you look, the way you articulate yourself, just because of the fact that you are not saying that your siblings are any less than you or anything like that, or that you're just superior to them, but like out of all your mother's kids, it's like you're the only one that has actually been chosen. Not only have you been called, but you've also been chosen by the Most High to, break these spiritual and generational curses off the family in terms of setting up boundaries, addressing abusive situations, addressing narcissistic abuse, and things like that that goes on silently in these family dynamics. I feel like this karmic feminine, this karmic mother, while I'm saying karmic feminine, this could be a karmic masculine. This could be like a karmic father to either their son or a karmic father to their daughter. You guys flip and reverse the roles as you all deem fit. But what I'm getting is this energy definitely tried to attach all of their unhealed traumas and dramas onto you. Hence, for many of you, like myself, because I experienced this myself, we're just, listen, like I told y'all, we finna just get realer than real. But y'all could have noticed, like in your teens or childhood, something like that, like you guys were never able to go out and hang with friends. You all was always having to like sit at home and babysit kids that wasn't yours, and acting as mothers at a young age, like 5, 6, shit, for some of you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old and up, you know. I feel like this person tried to take like your youth away from you or something like that. But I feel like, see, this is the kicker. This is the kicker. What the Most High is doing is there's like a reversal going on. So it's like your youth is being restored. Perhaps maybe you can't, of course, you can't go back and be, 15, 16, 17 again, but it's like something to do with your youth being restored. Like you're going to have the strength, the endurance, and the energy as you had then to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish now, without that kind of like, what is the word, what is that saying, it's like a phrase, something about something being on your back, but like just without being held back by this karmic energy who did not want you to like, something to do with override them, outdo them, or rise above them, or something like that here. But I'm not quite sure. I just know this is the energies that I'm picking up on, guys. I don't know. It just really annoyed me because it's like a lot of you are cleaning up messes that did not even have anything to do with you. A mess that was made before you were even born. That was basically inadvertently projected onto you. And I feel like for many of you, that has affected a lot of your life up until this moment. Like a lot of you, maybe there's like some social awkwardness. Your mother never taught you how to be a mother, never taught you how to be a woman. All of the street smarts and book smart stuff you learned on yourself. Like nobody taught you that. Like you learned yourself through your experiences, you know. And I just feel like this energy could be watching you very closely as well. This could be a part of the eyes that are definitely on those of whom are rising up, okay, that are shining very hard, undeniably, okay. I feel like somebody thought that they broke you, like somebody thought that something was over for you or that you was gonna fall off. It's like the moment you was doing something bad, it's like everybody was there for it, everybody was here for it type stuff. But the moment you started changing your life, you started getting serious about things such as like your health, your spiritual well-being, your mental health, and taking things like that seriously. Because oftentimes in the Black community, especially, it's like mental health is non-existent. Like, don't nobody want to go to therapy, don't nobody want to go talk about the issues that are ruining and destroying them lives today as we speak. Like, everybody just wants to sweep things under the rug and forget that things happened. Now, I'm not saying that you have to ruminate and remain in the same energies that brought you down or, you know, affected you in some way, but at some point in your life, you have to address those things or they are going to continuously show up in various ways in your life. Failed relationships, failed friendships, the inability to hold jobs, or, emotional dysregulation, and the list goes on. Okay, so I don't know who needed to hear this today, but I just had to get this out because I cannot stand seeing parents try to vicariously live through their kids. It's like, you had your chance. You know, if you chose to throw away your teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, that's your fault. That's your problem. Okay, healing is available to all of us. Addressing things is available to all of us. But to just sit around and try to vicariously live through your child, that is sick. That is mental illness at its finest. Just to keep someone stuck. Mothers do this with their sons as well. Try to emasculate their sons, don't teach their sons how to get out and go and get their own. Meanwhile, this is why we got 20, like late 20s, 30s, 40s-year old men still living at home with their mom because their mama didn't pacified and coddled them and babied them all their damn life and made them think that they was King Tut or somebody. And now they feel like the only way they can get something or get somewhere is through getting it out of female or something. You know, like, to me, that's cowardice. That's weird as hell. That's like lack of manhood, lack of get up and go, lack of wherewithal within oneself. There's nothing wrong with teamwork, but nah, when you just looking to the opposite sex to big you up, pick you up, lift you up, and take care of you and support you, that's when it becomes a problem. Like I said, mothers are guilty of doing this to their sons as well. And this is like an epidemic. Now, I know I said the black community, but obviously I am a melanated indigenous to the land. So I have only lived this experience, and this is what I have commonly seen. Growing up in the many different ghettos and projects and shit. Like, I seen it, where the mothers are coddle the sons, baby the sons, and bitchify their sons basically, and then just go hella hard on the daughters. It's like the daughters, once you hit a certain age, it's like, bitch, you grown. Like, that's how it be, and it's really time to break those cycles, y'all. Like, for real. Like, man, there's so many broken kids, just broken people because no one ever spoke any life into them. That's why one big piece of this channel, guys, is me speaking life through you all. Like, all bullshit aside, like, I don't mind coming on here being candid and vulnerable with you all about, where I've been, or, to an extent, like, what I've been through, things like that. I don't mind, because you know what? I'm no longer ashamed. You feel me? My experiences made me who I am. If it weren't for me dealing with that and going through what I had to go through, I wouldn't be the mother that I am today. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm just this perfect, just upstanding, uprising, give me a standing damn ovation mother. No one on this planet Earth is. But one thing that I am speaking life well one thing that I'm doing, excuse me, is speaking life into my children, letting them know, like how I shared my daughter's art with you all the other day. Like, when I was younger, growing up, like, I've always been like a singer. I loved to sing, dance, and draw. Well, not really draw, but write. Like, I was an avid reader and writer as a child. Like, that's what I loved to do: sing, perform, entertain, act, all types of stuff. And it's like, it's just disgusting, like, when I think about certain stuff and when certain energies come up that I need to, release and let out, because I'm not the only one that, deals with them, right? But all in all I can say is, speak life into the children, man. Like, for real, because there's so many broken people that were carrying a cross that did not even belong to them. You was carrying the hell of someone else that chose not to even deal with it, that chose to never get help, that chose to never do anything with themselves. You are not responsible for your parents, period. You know, especially those of whom failed you. or and didn't even try, you know. And I seen this post on Facebook the other day. It said something about how come we can't tell our parents something along the lines of like what they did wrong or something like that. But it's like because they're in denial. Now I get, oh well, they did the best that they can do. I get that, but at some point, if you can hop on penis and hop inside some coochie, you got the sense enough to know when your mental is off. If your mental can let you know when you want some, you know what, your mental can let you know when something mentally is off with your ass. So that's not really an excuse either. Like the millennials are the ones really having to carry and pick up the baton, like for real. Like we're the last of a dying breed, like no lie. Like we're all we got, for real. So I just had to release this energy, guys, because I really do not like to see it. Like a lot of you don't even know how to freaking be a woman, carry yourself, because I feel like there was a huge fear of becoming the woman that broke you once upon a time. Hell, I know it was one of mine. That was the last thing I wanted to become. Was my mom, like the epitome of what raised me, what brought me up. And this isn't to, put her down or anything like that, but at the same time, my truth is my truth. You feel me? Like people got to behave better and really think about how they go about, treating their children, because one day they're going to grow up and they're going to remember. Okay, and they're going to hold you accountable. And if you choose not to be held accountable, then you need to accept the fact that you will not be able to have no relationship with that said child, period. You know? Like, I do speak about forgiveness on this channel and stuff like that. I am a firm believer in forgiveness, but most of all, when I spew that, it's about forgiving yourself first, you know, for allowing the brokenness to turn you into a version of yourself that you never wanted to become or be. But now that you know what it is, it's like, okay, take accountability and move forward, you know? And that's where I am right now, guys. That's exactly where I am in my life. I'm just moving forward, but I'm also remembering, not ruminating, but remembering and treating the situation accordingly and those involved, right? So, like I said, y'all gotta, like, I don't know, these mothers out here, y'all gotta stop trying to live vicariously through these kids. You're not them. Like, period. Your kids are not an extension of you. You can't just, that's hella narcissistic to just think, oh, my kid has to be just perfect. Like, let them be. Like, when my kids do things that's whatever, like, I let them be. Because at the end of the day, hell, I mean, they're kids, right? But, yeah, y'all, it's a lot of reflecting that I've been doing. I was doing some journaling as well, and the energy came up. So I was like, let me get on here and talk about this really quick, because there's a lot of us that are walking around and we had to become the representations of mothers and women, based off what we didn't have, what we never received. And that right there within itself is powerful as hell. To know that you've had to, like, raise yourself, reparent yourself, and develop that sense of love, or that sense of, tender care and affection within yourself. Because a lot of us, we grew up never receiving hugs, never being told that we were beautiful, that we were worthy, that we were anything. A lot of us was growing up being told that we wasn't gonna be shit because our daddies wasn't shit. That ain't funny, but that's, sometimes I have to use my humor to, well, I'm not in the space of crying, but we don't want to, be all down in the dumps. But it's just a lot. Like, this should be crazy when it come to this healing shit, bro. Like, it's really lifelong. Like, I'm literally a few years from 30 years old, and I'm like, damn, I still have so much work to do, but I haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg. Like, I still have so much more growing and glowing and just coming out of the cocoon, to do. So I'm not really even rushing it. Like I said before, y'all, I ain't rushing this process. I'm gonna trust this process. But if you know that somebody needs to hear this message, if you know someone or if this is for you, be sure to share this on your platforms, because some of these older generations need to hear it. Because all these motherfuckers walking around like they ain't done shit. And then wonder why you don't want nothing to do with them. They expect to always have some sort of obligation or entitlement to you. This goes for grandparents. This goes for anybody. Cousins, family members, all that. Motherfuckers can't just expect to just treat you fucked up your whole life and say foul ass shit to you, do foul ass shit to you, and then think that you just gonna, oh well, I'm gonna just let you back in my life. You ain't done no healing. You ain't addressed none of your trauma. I'm gonna just let you back in my life so you can just trauma dump on me all the time. Like, no, we're not doing that. So, anyways, collective, that is what I have. Just keep your heads up, keep shining, thriving, and striving and doing what you know that you were set out to do. Okay? Please be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe if you aren't already. Definitely join the tribe. I would absolutely love to have you, all right? And don't be shy, okay? Comment. I love talking to y'all. Like, that'd be the highlight of my days. I swear, y'all be having me cracking up. One of y'all said, one of the comments, she was like, that little yachty looking mofo. I was crying. I was in here screaming, y'all. I was dead. I was like, damn. But anyway, y'all, that is what I have for you guys. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.